Bobby Kennedy once said, "Only those who dare to fail greatly can achieve greatly." And what he understood was that the path to innovation and positive change is rarely, if ever, a straight one. There are always going to be twists and turns and unexpected roadblocks and occasional dead ends. Things have to be tried, evaluated, changed, tried again and again and again. Failure should not be an ending. It should just be part of the learning curve for achieving success. Thomas Edison understood the importance of experimentation. There's a famous story about how he failed over 1,000 times before successfully finding a long-lasting filament for his incandescent light bulb. But when asked by a reporter about it, he replied, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was invented in 1,000 steps." Right? That's a great attitude, right? Edison understood the spirit, that pioneering spirit of innovation. And by the way, just in case you're curious, here's what 1,000 failures look like. Just imagine that every one of those red lines you see, 1,000 red lines up there, represents a material that failed in one of Edison's experiments while trying to find the longest lasting filament for his bulb. So trying, failing, trying again, trying something else is the very definition of experimentation. Now, nowhere is the spirit of fearless experimentation more fully embraced than at Google X, and that's the search giant's innovation lab. Some of you may have heard of it. The mission of the Innovation Lab is to find new and unconventional solutions to the world's big global problems. They're not looking for ordinary, sensible solutions. They're looking for unconventional, audacious solutions. And what makes this lab so unique is the fact that it's established what could be called a failure-happy culture, as opposed to a failure risk avoidance type of culture, which is so common in most organizations. They developed a culture with a high tolerance for setbacks and for trial and error. They see each failure, right, as an opportunity to transform it into a stepping stone towards success. Now, there are 4 pretty well-known projects in the works right now, and many of you may be familiar with them or have read about them in the news lately. The first one is Google Glass. This is a wearable computer, it looks like a pair of glasses, that displays information in a hands-free way, and it responds to voice commands. Google Glass can let you stay connected to information wherever you go. And someday in the future, and probably not that far in the future, we may never leave home without our Google Glass. The second is the self-driving car. By combining artificial intelligence software and 360-degree sensors, this robot driver can react faster and smarter than human beings. And of course, they never get distracted texting, they never get intoxicated, they never fall asleep at the wheel, and they never get lost, thanks to Google Maps. The future of transportation may get a whole lot safer if we leave the driving to Google. The third is smart contact lens. A contact lens that uses a tiny sensor to help people with diabetes continuously monitor their glucose levels. This contact lens could make today's painful blood testing methods of monitoring completely obsolete. And perhaps their most ambitious project is to bring Wi-Fi to every single person on the planet. Google's exploring ways of creating a global network of high-altitude Wi-Fi balloons, and you can see in the picture. It's pretty interesting concept. It's designed to help connect the billions of people in remote and rural areas of the world that have no access to Wi-Fi. Imagine the possibility of bringing the world's information and knowledge and social media to the most isolated villages on the planet. How transformational would that be? Now, as innovative as these projects sound, keep in mind that each one of them has had its share of setbacks and of failures. that have required teams to go back and reevaluate what worked and what didn't work, and then extrapolate out what needed to be done to take the next step forward. What makes Google X so unique as a culture is that it transforms. It's focused on transforming any and all failures into stepping stones towards success. Take a moment and think about, how do you and your colleagues and your organization view setbacks? Is failure seen as a dead end? Or is it an opportunity to experiment, to make improvements, and ultimately deliver greater value? That's what it's all about. It's important to give your ideas a chance to live and to grow and to become all they can be. Of course, the next question is, once you have a bold idea and you're ready to bring it to the world, will anyone listen? Will anyone care?